Howdy, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Story Time. Just me and two rabbits out here. Literally, they're 4 feet from me. I feed them carrots all the time. It's the funniest darn thing. When there's carrots out here, I think they're related, these rabbits, somehow. I've never seen rabbits fight, but man, they can get pretty vicious. They're like kangaroos, man. They like start boxing and they get all crazy and whatnot. But there's one that kind of has this little home base underneath the bushes over there, right outside the lanai. And they're not too afraid. They're looking at me like I should be feeding them. They kind of know me by now, which I don't know if that's a violation of the law. I'm not tweaking. There's a lot of bugs in my face. All right, let's get on with story time. I think we're up to episode 94 or something like that, 93, 94, whatever it is. I think it's 94. This is an interesting story. One particular incident that happened when I dispatched for the Popo, a lot of times we would get roadkills of deer. And I worked with this one fellow, Vaughn Harrington. He was a dispatcher at the time. He went on to be a county police officer, but he was really good. These rabbits are looking at me like, come on, man, you gonna feed me or what? But they're funny, they're cute. There's like 4 of them out here tonight. So anyway, the one particular night, I'm working night shift, and at this time, this was like 86, 87, I forget when it was exactly, somewhere around that time period. I was living, this is a weird situation, like my whole life, but had an apartment at my ex-girlfriend's parents' house in the basement of their house. They were really nice to me. They really treated me well. You can hear all the birds chirping and everything. There's a lot of wildlife out here. But if you all see a gator coming up behind me, just please let me know, inform me. But so we were working night shift, and a car struck a deer, and we had this symbolism that we called it ARU, Animal Recovery Unit. So this one particular night, we go recover a deer. It was a slow night, so I left. We go and pretty sure we went in my Jeep and brought it back. It was a cold night, so the deer was going to hold for a while, and Vaughn knew what to do with the legs and all this. So normally I would have been home definitely by 6:30, 7 a.m. And when I worked all night, where I slept in the basement, it was always dark, which was a really cool thing. So you could sleep all day and not really have any noise or distractions. But it's weird. There was like an outer wall, a front wall, and then there was a wall here next to the side wall of the driveway, which made for, like, I don't know, it probably wasn't more than 36 inches, like a little cubby hole, more for like tools, and it was like a catch-all type thing in their basement. So I had my dog there overnight. She was sleeping there, in my bedroom, and she was a pretty good girl. And that was Elsie, the one that also lived with my mom. And I felt bad because when we took this deer to the butcher, it caused me to be late coming home. So when I came home to my residence, I come up to the intersection. It was I'm trying to remember the name. It was Mill Creek Road, and I forget the side street, the front of what our address exactly was, but there was like a hill that came up and a stop sign, and I pull up and I see police cars, ambulances, all this stuff, fire trucks, and I'm thinking, oh Lord, like they were having some marital problems. So right away I'm thinking the worst. Oh, I'm like, oh no. So I parked my vehicle just wherever I parked. I don't even remember where I parked, and I'm trying to make sure, what was going on. What happened was when the school bus came up to the top of that stop sign, here's the house on, you know, it would be on this side for the camera. The school bus goes to make a turn, actually turn the other way. I can't, it's hard to do this reverse image, but the school bus goes to take a left turn. The school bus driver has like like an aide or assistant on the bus. School bus driver has a heart attack, does a complete U-turn and goes into their driveway, which is also my driveway. You know, it's their house, but I live there. Runs through the side of the house, rams the school bus right through the side of the house with kids on the school bus. And the front bumper was like inches away from that wall where I would have been sleeping on the other side of that wall. Just because of that dead deer basically almost saved my life. So through all the chaos, my German Shepherd gets out. She's freaking out, hearing all the siren. And she was a good girl when she was in the house, but when she's out roaming around and she's fearful like that, she could have been a little bit of a menace. So people tell me she's loose. I call for her. She comes, get her under control. And so that's what it was. Like a school bus driver had a heart attack with young kids on board, did a complete U-turn. The aide tried to stop and assist. They literally ran right through the side of the house, the opposite side of the house, and could have possibly killed me if I was sleeping in the morning. But anyway, so I kid you not, the front bumper, here's the front bumper. This would have been the wall, and where I was sleeping was on the other side. Would have been, if I had been sleeping, I would have been on it less than 12 inches away. So I could have got killed by a school bus in my sleep. You never know what happens in G Money's life, but that's a true story. Talk to you next time.